Hi students, let's continue first chapter differentiation. Here we are going to solve sub question number 7 to 9 of question 3 from exercise 1.3, which is based on derivatives of implicit functions. And for the sub questions from 1 to 6, you can find link in the description. Okay, and I am sure all of you are ready with pen and paper. So let's get started. Question number 3, we are asked to find dy by dx if we are given some function. So let's solve firstly ninth sub question, which is given as function e raised to x minus y is equal to x upon y. So in the solution, you firstly write down given function, given that e raised to x minus y is equal to x upon y. Now, firstly, here you observe this function carefully. Here we find this function in the form, see, we have if e raised to x is equal to y. That means if we have this exponential form, then we get it as x is equal to log y as logarithmic form. So here, using this result, we can write this exponential form to logarithmic form. So this will be reason for our next step. So here, let's write this exponential form to logarithmic form. Here you observe that exponent is e raised to x minus y. Instead of this x, here we have e raised to x minus y. So we can write it as e raised to x minus y is equal to log of x upon y. Okay, so we have converted this exponential form to logarithmic form. Now here we are going to split this term of logarithm using laws for logarithm. So we have this, let's keep this term as it is, e raised to x minus y is equal to, we can write this term using law of logarithm, which states that if log of m upon n, we can write it as log m minus log n. So using this law, we can split this term like log of x minus log of y, so that we can differentiate the function very easily. Now at this step, it's very easy to differentiate function. So differentiating with respect to x, differentiating both sides with respect to x, we get see, d by dx of e raised to x minus y is equal to d by dx of log x minus log y. Okay. See here, it is a composite function. So let's treat it as e raised to something to find its derivative and use chain rule to differentiate this function. So let's treat it as e raised to something. So derivative will be e raised to something into d by dx of something which is x minus y. Okay, is equal to, see, here it is subtraction of two logarithmic terms. So let's write firstly derivative of log x, and we know that derivative of log x is 1 upon x minus derivative of log y. Now here it is again a composite function. So let's treat it as log of something. So its derivative is 1 upon something into derivative of something which is function y. So derivative of log y is 1 upon y dy by dx. Okay. Now to the next step, let's calculate this derivative of x minus y. So this term as it is, so it is e raised to x minus y into, see, this derivative of x is 1 minus derivative of y is dy by dx, okay, is equal to, let's write these terms as it is, 1 upon x minus 1 upon y dy by dx. Now let's multiply this e raised to x minus y term to this bracket to get, see, e raised to x minus y into 1, it is e raised to x minus y minus e raised to x minus y into dy by dx. So it is e raised to x minus y into dy by dx, and on RHS both the terms are as it is. So 1 upon x minus 1 upon y dy by dx. Now from this step, let's collect terms in terms containing dy by dx. So this term contains dy by dx, this term contains dy by dx. See, this indication is just for your understanding. It is not necessary to indicate like this, okay. So let's collect these terms containing dy by dx, and we are going to shift this term on RHS, e raised to x minus y on RHS. So on shifting this term containing dy by dx on LHS, it will become plus. So here we will get 1 upon y dy by dx minus this term as it is, e raised to x minus y dy by dx is equal to, now let's shift this term on RHS. So 1 upon x minus e raised to x minus y. On LHS it is plus, on shifting to RHS it will become minus. Now taking dy by dx common from both these terms, we get in bracket 1 upon y minus e raised to x minus y and into dy by dx, since we have taken this dy by dx term common, okay, and is equal to 1 upon x minus e raised to x minus y. Now let's simplify this bracket, and for that we have to make this denominator same. So let's multiply this y at the denominator of this term 1 upon y to e raised to x minus y to get y into e raised to x minus y, so that its denominator is also y, okay. So into dy by dx is equal to, on RHS also we have to make this denominator same, and for that let's multiply this x at denominator to this term to get 1 minus x into e raised to x minus y, so that both the terms have same denominator x. You may write common denominator x here. So here we have, see, 1 minus y into e raised to x minus y upon y into dy by dx is equal to 1 minus x into e raised to x minus y upon x. Now we have to find out dy by dx. So to find dy by dx, let's multiply this y on RHS and let's divide this numerator on RHS. So finally we have dy by dx is equal to y into 1 minus x into e raised to x minus y upon x into this numerator 1 minus y into e raised to x minus y. So this is the required derivative for the given function. Students, I hope all of you are getting these calculations. Okay, it's easy. Here it is important to note this step. Here we have at the starting we have converted this exponential form to logarithmic form. So you note this step properly, otherwise the remaining calculations are very simple and easy. So try to solve this problem at your own. Now let's solve sub question 7. here we are given this implicit function as e raised to x plus y is equal to cos of x minus y. Now in the solution you write down the given function. We are given that e raised to x plus y is equal to cos of x minus y. Now see here we find on both the sides we have a composite function. So we can differentiate both the terms at this step directly. So differentiating with respect to x, we get, see here, d by dx of this term e raised to x plus y is equal to d by dx of this term cos of x minus y. Both the functions are composite functions. So we are going to use chain rule to find their derivatives. So here for this term, let's treat it as e raised to something. So its derivative is e raised to something into d by dx of something which is function x plus y. Okay, is equal to, now see on RHS we have function cos of x minus y to differentiate. So let's treat it as cos of something. So its derivative is minus sine of something into derivative of something which is function x minus y. Here we have used standard derivative for cos x. We know that derivative of cos x is minus sine x. So here derivative of cos of something is minus sine of something into derivative of something. Okay, so here we have used chain rule to differentiate both these terms. Now let's find out derivative of these two terms. So to the next step, see this term e raised to x plus y as it is into derivative of x is 1 and derivative of y with respect to x is dy by dx is equal to minus sine of x minus y into, see, derivative of x is 1 and derivative of y with respect to x is dy by dx. So we have taken derivatives of these two terms here. Now let's multiply this e raised to x plus y to this bracket and minus sine x minus y to this bracket. Okay, to separate these terms, since we have to collect terms containing dy by dx to find dy by dx. So here e raised to x plus y into 1 is e raised to x plus y plus here it is, this product is e raised to x plus y into dy by dx is equal to, see, let's multiply this minus sine x minus y to bracket to get minus sine x minus y plus, see, this minus minus becomes plus sine x minus y into dy by dx. Now at this step you observe these terms. See, this term contains dy by dx and this term contains dy by dx. So let's collect these two terms containing dy by dx on LHS and let us shift this term on RHS. So to next step we have collected these terms containing dy by dx on LHS like this. See, e raised to x plus y into dy by dx minus this term will becomes minus on LHS. So minus of sine x minus y dy by dx is equal to, see, this term minus sine x minus y as it is and we are shifting this e raised to x plus y on RHS to get minus e raised to x plus y here. Now let's take common dy by dx from both these two terms to get this. See, by taking dy by dx, here we have e raised to x plus y and here minus sine x minus y into dy by dx which we have taken common is equal to, on RHS, let's take this minus sign common to take to obtain this bracket containing sine x minus y plus e raised to x plus y. Okay, now we have to find out dy by dx. So let's shift this bracket which is multiplied to dy by dx to RHS to divide RHS. Okay, so we have dy by dx is equal to, see, this is minus of sine x minus y plus e raised to x plus y upon this term is divided here e raised to x plus y minus sine of x minus y. Okay, Now to the next step, just we have merged this minus sign to this denominator to get, see, minus sign is merged at the denominator. To get this minus term will become plus sin x minus y, and this positive term will become minus e raised to x plus y. So this is the required dy by dx. Now let's move to next 8th sub question, where we are given this implicit function cos of xy is equal to x plus y. Again, this is quite straightforward and simple example. So in the solution, you write down given function. Okay, given function cos xy is equal to x plus y, and here at this step it is very easy to differentiate. So differentiating with respect to x, we get d by dx of cos of xy is equal to d by dx of x plus y. Now here you observe that this is a composite function. To find its derivative with respect to x, we have to treat it as cos of something, and we are going to use standard formula for derivative of cos x, which we know that derivative of cos x is sin x minus sin x. So here let's treat this function as cos of something. So its derivative is minus sine of something into derivative of something, and that something function is this product xy. Okay, and on RHS it's quite simple to find out derivative of this sum. See, derivative of x is 1 and derivative of y is dy by dx. Now to the next step, we have to evaluate this derivative of this product, and for that we have to use product rule for differentiation. Okay, so keeping this term as it is, minus sine of xy, let's treat x as first function and y as second function, and let's apply rule for product in differentiation. So keeping first function x as it is, multiply it by derivative of second function, plus keeping second function as it is, multiply it by derivative of first function, which is x, is equal to 1 plus dy by dx. Okay, so here we have used rule for product in differentiation. And to the next step, let's simplify this bracket. This term minus sin xy as it is, x dy by dx plus y into, see, derivative of this x is 1, and on RHS both the terms are as it is. Now let's multiply this minus sin xy term to this bracket. So we'll get, see, this term into this first term x dy by dx, we have minus x sin xy into dy by dx. By multiplying this term to this first term in bracket, we'll get this. Then minus plus becomes minus, and y into this term. So minus y into sine of xy is equal to, again, RHS as it is. Now to the next step, we are going to collect terms containing dy by dx, and we observe these two terms containing dy by dx. So let's shift this dy by dx on LHS, and let us shift this term not containing dy by dx on RHS. So to the next step, we will get, see, this term on our LHS as it is, and we have shifted this dy by dx on LHS, so it becomes minus. So we have minus x sin xy dy by dx minus dy by dx is equal to this one as it is, and we have shifted this minus y sin xy on RHS to get this plus y into sin xy. Now taking dy by dx common from both these two terms, we have taken minus sign common. So in bracket we get x sin xy plus 1 from this term into dy by dx. See, here observe carefully, we have taken minus sign common and also term dy by dx to get this bracket, and on RHS both the terms are as it is. Now to get dy by dx, let's shift this term on RHS to divide terms on RHS. So finally we have dy by dx is equal to 1 plus y into sin xy upon minus of x sin xy plus 1. This is the required derivative. And students, see, again these calculations are very easy. So you try to solve these examples at your own. So students, let me stop here. We will continue the same exercise in the next video. Thank you for watching.